Hey guys! Today I am putting together my everyday makeup drawer for July. I know I'm a little late with this video. Normally I like to do these at the very beginning of the month, but I took a little bit of time off because we moved at the end of June. Also, normally I do at the beginning of these videos a recap on the previous month's drawer, but this month I'm not going to do that because I honestly haven't used that set of products for the last like 3 weeks, so I don't feel like I would really have that much to say about them. So we're just going to start with a clean slate for July and just pick out some fun summer makeup. So one product I know I want to pick out, ooh, it looks like this might have leaked a little bit. I need to clean that up, but this is one of my favorite foundations for this summertime, the Ilia Super Serum Skin Tint. I like that it has some SPF in it just for some added protection. It's also just such a great lightweight, breathable product for the summer. It's so easy to wear. I can apply it with my fingers. It feels just like a serum. It doesn't feel like I'm wearing a heavy layer of makeup. So this one I definitely want to use a lot this month. Then for concealer, I really lately have been reaching for this one a lot. This has been just my go-to, the Urban Decay Stay Naked concealer. This, unfortunately, I think they've discontinued, which is really sad because I love this concealer. It's actually the second one of these that I've had, and it's also a great one for summer because it's not too thick or like sticky or emollient. Feels very lightweight, but it has great coverage. And I think that will go nicely with the Ilia Skin Tint. I remember I was wearing this combo a lot last summer as well and really enjoyed it. Okay, so let's pick out some blushes. I do have two cream blushes in my project pan right now, so I don't think I want to pick out any additional cream blushes. I mean, I'm tempted to, but actually, you know what? I'm gonna grab one more. I'm gonna pull in my Tower 28 blush. This is in the shade Magic Hour. I like this one a lot in the summer, especially. I feel like on my skin tone it pulls more warm than it looks in the pan here. So for me, I tend to prefer warm-toned cheek products in the summertime, so I think now is a good time to pull this out and use it. I feel like I haven't been using this very much recently. And then I know I've had this in a lot of my recent everyday makeup drawers, but I'm gonna pull back in my Soul Body Bronzing Balm. I love this bronzer in the summer. It is a much warmer bronzer than I typically wear any other time of year, but in the summer I really love a warm bronzer, and this one is so nice and easy to use, very blendable. I've had this for a while, and it was actually decluttered to me by a friend, and it's still going strong. It's still very creamy, very buttery. So that is going to be my cream bronzer. And then I also want to pull in a powder bronzer. And, well, I only have two powder bronzers at the moment, but I think I'm gonna go with my Fenty Sunstalker bronzer in the shade In the Sun. This is the slightly deeper of the two powder bronzers that I have. My Charlotte Tilbury one is a little bit lighter than this. This has become one of my favorite bronzers I've ever owned. I love the shade. It's just the perfect, you know, slightly warm bronzer shade, but it's not orange whatsoever, and it's light enough for my skin tone. It doesn't look muddy on me, so this one is going to be my powder bronzer, and I'm sure I will also layer both of these sometimes as well. I do want to pick a powder blush, and I think the one I have in mind actually is this one from Sigma. This is the Sigma blush in the shade Cor de Rosa. It sort of looks like a mauve in the pan, but on my skin tone, this is a great like sunburnt blush. It actually reminds me a lot of one of my drugstore favorites, the Kokie blush in the shade Bellissima. I think if you were to repress this Kokie blush to be all like one even shade instead of this gradient, I think it would end up looking really similar to the Sigma one. So if you are looking for a more affordable option, definitely recommend the Kokie. This is one of my favorites. Beautiful sunburnt blush. But I feel like I just haven't used this Sigma one very much, so I want to get some good use out of it now that it's summer, and this is the kind of blush tone that I love right now. And then, let's see, for highlighter, let's grab my Nabla Skin Glazing Highlighter in Privilege. This is also one of my all-time favorite highlighters. I actually just realized that this Nabla highlighter is really similar in shade to the Aether highlighter in Pink Diamond Dust, which is in my project pan right now. Aren't those actually pretty similar? The difference, though, is in the texture. The Nabla one has like a much smoother, glassy finish, and the Aether one is a lot more glistening and sparkly, but I think it'll be nice to have this option as well if I want something a little bit more subdued. And I love this type of shade, especially in the summertime. I think it complements like a bronzed, sun-kissed look very well, so that will be my highlighter. Oh, I actually just remembered the Barbie movie is coming out later this month. Who else is excited? I really hope it's good. I feel like they've built it up so much, but like it better be good. But I want to pick out like a Barbie pink blush because I think that color is going to be very in this summer. I mean, it's been very in for a while, but let's see. I'll do a powder because I already have a lot of creams going on. You know what? I'm gonna pull in this Lawless blush. This is their watermelon blush. I reviewed this in a recent speed reviews. I didn't give it like a rave review. I didn't hate it either. Really my main gripe with it is I just wish it didn't have glitter. But I just want to use this some more because it's still pretty new to my collection and I just am interested in trying it out some more. So let's pull that one in for some Barbie vibes. Next up for my lip drawer, and actually while we're picking out Barbie pink shades, let's go ahead and grab this lip gloss. This is actually also from Lawless, also in the shade Watermelon. I really like this gloss formula. To me, it's very unique because it's thick, but not in a bad way. It actually has really good staying power, which is not something that I normally would say about a lip gloss, but because it's thick and it really does like adhere to your lips, it stays on for a long time and it gives just the most beautiful, like plumped up, glassy finish. So I'm really looking forward to using this some more this month. Okay, another pink lip product. This is another one of my favorites. I've been basically just like rotating back and forth between these two lip stains in my everyday makeup drawer. But I'm gonna pull this one in. This is from Aether and it is their lip stain in Influence. Another really fun hot pink. It goes on feeling like a lip oil, but it actually stays in the lip line really well. Like it doesn't bleed outside the lips. You would think that because it's so glossy it would be messy, but it's really not. And the stain does stick around for a long time. I want to pick out a more neutral lip gloss as well. Really in the summertime, I just like sheer lip colors in general, and just comfy lip glosses, that kind of thing. So this one I haven't worn in a while, but I really like this shade. This is from the brand Minori, and it's their gloss in the shade Cozy. Really pretty, almost like bronzy, shimmery gloss. Very comfortable on the lips, very non-sticky. I think this will be a good one for when I don't really want to wear much on my lips, just want to put like a quick, it almost feels more like a lip oil or balm, not so much like a thick, sticky gloss, so this is a great comfy option for the summer. Okay, this one I've been wanting to wear all summer and I really haven't gotten to wear it yet. This is one of BK Beauty's new lipstick shades. The shade is called Empower. It's this beautiful red orange, which I think is so pretty for the summer. Just really fiery and vibrant. So that'll be a good option to have if I want to wear a more bold lip. I haven't worn a whole lot of makeup over the past few weeks, so I feel like I'm just so excited to pick out products. I'm gonna try not to pick too many because I don't want to overwhelm myself. Okay, last thing for this drawer. I'm gonna grab my Kokie lip liner. This is the one in the shade Warm Nude. Usually the one I'm wearing is nude, but I think Warm Nude will be nice with this Minori gloss. I think that'll be a pretty lip combo. So let's grab that one. So all of the palettes that I'm using this summer are in my summer palette basket, which if you missed that video I did like a few weeks ago, I'll link that below where I shopped my stash for all of my favorite summer palettes. So all of those are going to stay on top of my vanity, so I won't pick out any palettes for my everyday makeup drawer, but I will pick out maybe a couple of singles. Let's do ColourPop A Little Quirky. This is one of their Super Shock shadows. Sorry, I'm plugging a lot of recent videos, but I talked about this in my one and done eyeshadows video. This is such a beautiful, like bronzy, silvery, metallic shade. Great one and done shadow, which I love, especially in the summertime when I'm feeling lazy, so that will be a great one and done option. And then let me pick out one of my eyeshadow sticks. I'm gonna do the e.l.f. No Budge shadow stick in rose gold. Just a great, pretty basic rose gold color. Another great one and done eyeshadow that was also in my one and done shadows video. Yeah, I feel like right now I'm kind of in the mood for more, not necessarily neutral all the time, but I'm kind of in that phase of summer where I'm just feeling like warm, neutral tones. So Not picking out a whole lot of super colorful things right now, aside from like the lip products. Hi Bee, how are you? Also, another Barbie pink kind of shade. This is the Hard Candy Metallic Eyeshadow. I don't know the shade name because it's not printed on here, but it is this really pretty pink sparkly shade. It has almost like a duochrome gold shift, and I want to try, yeah, I haven't worn this very much, so I want to try that, maybe even just like as a one and done shadow. Oh, a little update. I actually decided to start keeping all of my eyeliners in my everyday makeup drawer. I think it'll be nice to just have easy access to all of them. So yeah, I'm gonna try that out. So I won't pick out an eyeliner this time because I'm just gonna have them all in there and see how that works. Normally I keep them in a cup on my vanity, but I kind of just wanted to see if I would reach for them more often this way. Alright, so there is a peek at my everyday makeup drawer for the next few weeks. Really excited to use these products. Let's do a quick get ready with me using some of these products now. Alright, so I'm going to start out with the Ilia Skin Tint. I love this stuff so much. Ooh, it's getting messy though. The only thing I don't like about this is this always happens. Like, it just gets so messy around the cap. Honestly, I wish they would put this in like a pump or like an airless pump. I think that would be even better. And this I just like to blend in with my fingers. I think that's the best way to apply it. I do already have another sunscreen on underneath. I'm wearing the Iunique Centella Calming Sunscreen today. One of my absolute favorites. Before I go in with my concealer, I do want to bronze. I'm going to use the Soul Body Bronzing Balm. Just adds some nice warmth to the face. And sometimes I even like to take bronzer across the nose. Alright, now for concealer, using the Urban Decay Stay Naked. What, baby? Heidi can't decide if she wants to be in this room or out of this room. Can't decide. It's a big decision, huh? Now I'm just going to tap over that with my Sigma color corrector, just taking a little from both sides. I have gotten so close to the edges on these. These are like almost done. I love this color corrector. I just wish it came with more product. Speaking of products I've hit pan on, look at this big pan in my LYS powder. This I haven't had for that long either, but this is the only powder I have right now, and I remember back in the day when I used to have one powder at a time, you know, like a normal person, I would go through them pretty quickly, so I guess that's not that unusual. But I feel like pretty soon it's going to be hard to get product out of the corners. I'm just going to use that to set the rest of my face. I also want to use a little bit of my Fenty bronzer today. I'm just going to layer a little bit of that over my other bronzer because, I don't know, I'm just in a bronzy mood lately. Okay, so I think today I do want to do a Barbie pink look. So I want to use a lot of the pink products that I picked out. I'm going to use this Lawless Watermelon blush. It's been a minute since I've used this, so let's just see. It's very pigmented. I do think though, even though it looks kind of intimidating in the pan, it doesn't go on quite as intense, like right off the bat, as you might expect. I think it, you know, it's a pretty sheer, like it's a pretty buildable formula. I mean, that is definitely a lot of pink there, but all right. What are your favorite blush brushes, like for powder blush? Because I feel like I don't know, I want to try something new. I like this one. This is the BH Cosmetics V2. I don't think they've sold this for quite some time. And it's a nice shape. I think I like this better for bronzer. I don't know. I mean, it's nice for blush too, but I'm just curious. I'm kind of curious to see if maybe there's something better out there, so let me know what your favorite powder blush brushes are. I mean, it could be that there's something I already own that I would like that I just haven't thought to try for blush, so I might explore my own collection as well. Oh, I feel like this is leaving like some pink specks on my cheeks. You see that? I remember that happening a long time ago with a Kosas blush that I had. I don't know. Honestly, like, I know bubblegum pink blush is really popular, but it's definitely not my favorite shade on myself. Like, I think I prefer something a little more red toned. Then for highlighter, I'm going to use that Nabla highlighter in the shade Privilege. So pretty. I think this will tie together the bronzer and the pink blush because it has like a little bit of pink to it, but also a little bit of like a golden tone to it. So I think it will pull those together. Oh my gosh, I love this highlighter so much. It's one of the few that I can put like on my forehead, on my nose, and it doesn't emphasize texture. It doesn't look like thick and weird. You'll be happy to know I am getting close to the end on this CoverGirl eyeshadow primer. Right now I am just scraping out. There's still like a bunch left at the bottom, so I've just been scraping it out with a beauty spatula. Yeah, I don't know if I like that blush color. I feel like it makes the rest of my skin tone just look kind of yellow. So I filled in my brows with my ABH Dip Brow Pomade. And for the eyeshadow, I'm thinking, I looked through my summer palette basket and I'm thinking the palette I want to use today is the BH Cosmetics Mimosa Palette because this has lots of great pinks in it. And I also want to use that liquid shadow from Hard Candy that I pulled out. So I'm thinking for starters, I'm going to go in with this shade down here. It's really the only truly cool toned pink in this palette. And I'm just going to start by buffing that in the crease. I'm hoping this helps make that pink blush look a little less jarring on my cheeks. I almost want to take a little bit of this matte, like light beige shade here and just add a little bit of that to my crease. Just to, I don't know, just to tone down the pink a little bit. I don't know, lately I'm not loving cool tones on myself, I say as I put cool tones all over my face. But lately I'm just not, I don't know, I feel like warm tones suit me better. Okay, that looks a little bit more natural. I think that just kind of helped it blend into my skin tone a little bit better. I think that's all I want to use from that palette for now. Let's apply some of this liquid shadow from Hard Candy. Just going to tap it all over the lid. And I think I'm just going to tap it out with my finger. I don't know, it's kind of picking up too much of it. Let's see. Just going to tap a little bit more. And then I will take this little pencil brush and just use that to buff out the edges. Yeah, I really think the best way to use this liquid shadow is just to mess with it as little as possible. Like just kind of tap it on with the doe foot where you want it and then really just lightly blend out the edges. I think if you try to tap over it too much, it just starts to lift up and look patchy. But you also want to try not to blink too much as it's drying. It takes a minute to dry. So looking through my eyeliners, I want to use this NYX Epic Wear liner stick in the shade Periwinkle Pop. It's like a light purple. I want to just apply that all across my lower lash line. Okay, and then on my top lash line, I actually need to sharpen this, but I'm going to use my CoverGirl Exhibitionist 24-Hour Kohl eyeliner pencil in the shade Black. I think I'm just going to tight line with this today. I don't think I want like a thick, dramatic wing or anything. Yeah, let's just keep it right there in between the lashes. Now I kind of do want to do a wing, actually. I'm just gonna smudge it kind of just on the outer half of my eye. And then I'm gonna grab an angled liner brush, the Sigma EO6. Pick up a little bit more from the pencil and just extend it out. Okay, so I ended up breaking my rule of only having one mascara open at a time because this Milk Kush mascara, it looks fine, like it looks nice on my lashes, nothing spectacular, but it smudges horribly on me. So I ended up opening my other mascara, the Ciate Triple Shot XXL, and I'm actually really enjoying this. I'm enjoying it more than the Milk. This one doesn't smudge, it does flake a tiny bit, so I guess I either have to put up with a little bit of flaking or a lot of smudging. Those are my options. But let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna use the Ciate one today. It has a really not the brush I was expecting because they call it the XXL. So I was expecting like a huge brush, which I'm glad it's not because I don't love giant brushes. But this is just a pretty standard like natural bristle style wand. And yeah, I'm enjoying it. It actually is very lengthening. It really makes my lashes look super long and fluttery. I'll still use the Milk Kush mascara just on days where like maybe I'm, you know, not gonna be super active or if I'm only gonna have my makeup on for a little while. So far I haven't loved any of the Milk makeup products that I tried. They sent me a bunch of their products like earlier this summer and I haven't really loved any of it. Like some of it is okay, like it's usable, but I just haven't been all that impressed. So there's that Ciate mascara. Like look at that length. It looks nice. And then for my lips, I want to wear this Lawless Forget the Filler gloss in Juicy Watermelon. I am excited to wear this. Just a nice sheer pink. I really like this applicator too. You can see it has a nice angle to it. It really just fits the lips really nicely. This gloss also smells like watermelon, if you were wondering. But the blush does not. The Lawless Watermelon blush. No, that doesn't smell like watermelon. And that's okay with me. So there's my Barbie-inspired look. I don't love every part of this look. Like, I'm really not liking that Lawless blush. Especially on this cheek, I have these pink speckles, like I said. You see... Do you see that? Like right there? This cheek looks fine though. I don't know why it's just over there. Yeah, I think maybe I shouldn't have done so much warm bronzer because I think that's kind of making a weird contrast with the pink. Like, I think if I could go back, I would probably skip the Soul Body bronzing balm just because this is such a warm bronzer, and I probably would just do the Fenty bronzer on its own. I feel like for such a pink look, I don't feel like I need quite so much bronzer. But I'm looking forward to continuing to use all these products throughout the rest of July. Thank you guys so much for hanging out today. I hope you had fun. If you did, be sure to give the video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. I do also have a Patreon and a channel membership if you'd like to support my channel further. Otherwise, I hope you all have an amazing rest of your day, and I will talk to you again very soon in my next video. Bye!